Hey everyone, welcome back to the KLT Fitcast. My name is Kate. This is my husband Josh, and together we own and operate a private fitness studio in Peterborough, Ontario. Josh is a mental health social worker. I am a certified PT and nutrition coach. This podcast is all about asking the hard questions, answering the hard questions, and giving you real life tools that you can utilize in your day-to-day life as soon as you finish watching or listening, which thank you for watching and listening.
Yeah.
We are just over 6 months in.
Yeah. 27 episodes.
It's pretty great to think that we've managed to talk
About 27 different things.
Yeah, I feel like we kind of circle back to some of the common themes.
Sure. I mean, this podcast has a topic that it's about, but at the same time, like there is so many different pieces to that topic, and also we fill it with our bullshit as well.
We just finished recording a podcast that was all about what you and I actually eat. And I actually think that kind of leads in perfectly to this topic. I put a question box on my Instagram, and I'm going to scroll through. I'm going to have my phone with me because that's where a lot of the answers came. But what are some things that you have done in an attempt to lose weight? And I asked for both successful things and unsuccessful things.
Mm-hmm.
And we've talked about it before, but what makes something successful?
Do you keep doing it?
You stick with it.
Is it sustainable?
We could even go as far as to say that sometimes some people who have done our program
Haven't been successful.
have not been successful.
Absolutely.
Because they're not following it and not living, not truly changing the lifestyle habits that require that success.
Okay. I'm curious to see if it skews more towards the things that worked or more towards the things that didn't. Because I think naturally human nature is to skew more towards things that didn't work and complain about that.
You mean the replies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm curious to see where we end up with that.
I feel like it's going to be a little bit just all over the place, rapid fire.
Yes.
A lot of replies. Definitely a lot of things that don't work.
Yeah. So buckle up, I guess.
But yes. But I think that people deep down, not everyone, but a lot of people now, they understand, they know what it takes. They know what is required. But that doesn't mean.
I think there's a lot of. I think many of the people that are listening to this podcast right now know the things because we've talked about them, especially if they're still listening. They've probably listened to a lot of podcasts. But I think overall, there is a lot of misinformation out there. There is a lot of redirection or overcomplication and a lot of preying on people's wanting to lose weight and offering easy fixes to something that isn't easy.
Easy fixes.
Yes.
Yes, but I really just try to give people, I have a lot of hope for people that even the people who steer into those kinds of things, they know. Surely to God they know because they've been down that fucking road so many times.
But they still hope.
Yes. And I have hope that they know that that's not how to do it, but they are truly just looking for the easy way out.
Yes. I see that a lot. And I think we got a piece of art recently that the quote on it is one of my favorite quotes. If it doesn't,
looking at it right now, it's not on the wall.
I actually can't see it. It's behind the thing, but if it doesn't challenge you, it doesn't change you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And what you're talking about when you're trying to lose weight and keep it off, that is change.
Yes.
And if it's not challenging.
Yes.
Yeah.
But challenge the people who are doing all of these fad diets. They're also very challenging. But they're still not sustainable. The challenge with those are you're likely not allowed to eat. You're likely punishing yourself in so many ways. Still a challenge, but you can also challenge yourself to make real change and real habits that are going to have you losing the weight for the last time.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
You don't have to keep restarting and keep going back to that. I feel like this was like episode one or two.
Yeah, when we did the no fat diets, that was a long time ago.
And fun fact,
we're going to hear a lot of them.
A lot of them.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So rapid fire, belly fit teas.
What the fuck is that?
Drinks that tell you, that are marketed to you as fat busters, fat melters. You shit and piss out all of your fat.
Okay. So with this, are you not eating any normal food? You're just drinking teas?
I think either end of the spectrum. You can eat whatever you want, but as long as you drink this tea, you're going to lose weight.
Is it like, I'm imagining it in my head that it's like a laxative. Just,
I mean, maybe
your body doesn't have the time to absorb anything you're eating.
But it's not how actual fat loss works.
No.
Or there would be the teas where this literally would be only what you could eat. It's like a version of fasting for a fucking week at a time.
Yeah.
That will have you losing weight because you're not eating.
Well, I mean, you could just go out and buy the meal replacement shakes and drink 1 or 2 of those a day, and you'll guaranteed you're going to lose weight.
Yeah. Another unsuccessful way to lose weight, divorce.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah.
Stress in general is an unsuccessful way to lose weight.
Yeah. I think any major life event where you lose your appetite for a period of time, that is your calories in, calories out. You're going to lose weight, but you're also going to eventually get back to your old habits of eating.
Yes.
Without changing, if you're not addressing needing to change them.
Another one that is on this list, and it's not a funny thing, and not to poke fun at people who have legitimate eating disorders, but eating disorders.
Yeah. They're a very real thing.
Yes. And a lot of times these fat and crash diets just create those eating disorders.
Yes. And there are eating disorders, and then there's disordered eating. And I look at those two things as separate things.
Let's talk about it.
When I think about it. So eating disorders are legitimate actual mental health diagnosis found in what's called the DSM, which is the Diagnostic Manual for Mental Health Disorders.
Okay.
And they're
doctor diagnosed or not necessarily?
Doctor diagnosed.
Yes. So that is okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Your doctor or a psychiatrist is diagnosing you with this eating disorder because your symptoms all fall into the criteria for that diagnosis based on the DSM. That is eating disorders. Disordered eating is, you could have some of the symptoms of eating disorders, but not enough for a diagnosis.
Okay.
And it could be that you are just really not eating enough calories, or you are not caring for your body and providing enough nutrition, or you are afraid of certain food groups, or you, when you eat, you have emotional reactions to it. Those kinds of things all create disordered eating. Your body image can create disorder. The way you think about your body can create disordered eating. I would say I put myself in this camp. When you're an emotional eater, when stress goes up, you tend to eat more. That's disordered eating.
So eating disorders are diagnosed by a medical professional.
Yeah.
Disordered eating, is that diagnosed by a medical professional?
Not really. No, there's no diagnosis that is disordered eating. There are the eating disorders.
I'm sure that disordered eating is a humongous umbrella.
Yes.
Disordered eating.
Yes. The disordered eating is all of these symptoms that can be found in eating disorders. However, maybe not enough of the things to classify it as whatever eating disorder.
Right. Yes. And that is a very dangerous path to go down when it comes to losing weight. Yeah.
It's about, disordered eating to me is about your relationship with food.
Right.
Eating disorders.
And that comes from belief often too, right?
Yeah. Eating disorders is when that relationship with food has become so severely problematic, it impacts everything in your life.
And if you are someone who is struggling with an eating disorder, please know that there is help for you out there.
Yeah.
There are lots of resources, lots of help out there. get help if you feel like you need it. That's not our realm.
Nope.
But it is an unsafe way to
lose
weight.
Yeah.
Another unsuccessful one here is straight up supplements. And I think having Stathy on the podcast a number of weeks ago put it perfectly. Supplements are
in addition
to doing the things that you need to do. There is no magic miracle regime of supplements that's going to make you successful. They are supplements.
Yeah. And like in the last episode that we did where we were talking about the foods that we eat, I talked about how I would do, like I said, chocolate milk, but usually it's a protein shake of some kind that I'm having. And that is a supplement.
Yeah.
It is because the
creatine is a supplement.
Yeah.
Collagen, a supplement. It
is because I'm not getting enough protein during my breakfast meal. I need to add the supplement in.
Yeah. Yeah. Then this one also is just the variations of diet. So we're talking super low calories.
Carb cutting.
Yes. Another one on here, speaking about the variations of diets, this person went on a keto diet and is now gluten intolerant. So again, those really restrictive ways of eating, labeling foods as bad for you, and
all of these things talking about disordered eating in different ways.
Yes. All foods have a purpose, including and especially carbohydrates.
Yeah.
So if you are trying to do keto and eliminating essentially all carbs,
if you start seeing food as an enemy, I would say that you have disordered eating.
Yeah, great way to put it.
Food is not your enemy. It is your fuel source.
It is a requirement for life.
You need it. If you don't eat, you don't poop. And if you don't poop, you die.
There you go, friends. We don't need to say anymore.
So if you start thinking about it in that context, food is the fuel for your body. Like Kate talked a lot about in the last podcast when she thinks about the meals that she makes for herself and what is the fuel purpose. If you are tying more to it than that, chances are there's some disordered eating going on. Like I will readily admit that when I'm stressed, I want to eat more comfort style foods.
Say it.
What?
When I'm sad, what is it?
I eat when I'm sad, and I'm sad because I eat.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah, I haven't brought that one out in a long time. But
you say that often.
Not on the podcast. I haven't in a while. But it is, like that is a form of disordered eating.
The next couple, there's a few different answers within this. And the last one is both, in quotations, successful in the moment, but not sustainable. And that right there is what we always try to differentiate when we talk about this kind of thing.
Yeah.
All of these fad diets can feel really successful in that short-term moment.
Yeah.
But chances are, if you've gone down that path, you gained it all back and then some, and then you just have to start over and over and over again.
I think, and I touched on it a second ago, but I think a common theme in many fad diets is framing food as the enemy to overcome.
Yeah.
Whether or not you're cutting something out, or you're massively restricting yourself, or you're changing your dietary habits completely.
Right.
For a short period of time, all of those things frame your food choices as the enemy.
And if someone is trying to lose weight and lose fat, I'm going to try and say this the right way, but my brain is foggy. Would you rather eat the least amount of food and see results? Or would you rather eat the most amount of food and see results?
For me, it's I want to eat a good amount of food, but I also want to enjoy the food that I'm eating.
Yes.
And I'm not going to do that if I'm cutting out a whole food.
Exactly.
I'm not going to do that if I'm not eating the things that I enjoy eating.
Yes. And so eating the most food you can while still being able to get the results that you want to see is a transformative way of doing things.
Yes.
So this one, going back to what was quote unquote successful in the moment, this one really surprised me.
Okay.
This person worked with a naturopath to lose weight and was put on a very, very restrictive and miserable diet.
Yep.
Not going to lie, that kind of surprised me. Is a naturopath a doctor? A doctor of naturopathy?
Not in the context of
Western medicine or whatever?
Western medicine, they're not a doctor.
I don't know why. It just really surprised me that there are professionals out there who are highly, highly educated.
Depends on what you classify that as.
Okay.
Because there's
Learning a lot about Josh.
Science-based education and there is hokum-based education.
Fair. But to go to someone who is highly educated and to be put on a path.
And I actually want to clarify, I'm not saying naturopaths are all hokum based, because there is some stuff that they do that is really good science-based stuff, like finding out what your food intolerances are.
Yes.
And what different types of food will do in your body, whether or not you have an immune response to different types of food.
Yes.
Like that stuff.
Even like
all really good.
Like that balancing hormones and stuff too.
Yeah,
absolutely.
All really, really good stuff. But when you get into starting to say that this is the strict regimen of the way in which you can eat food, you're getting into the realm of, I can't remember what the guy was, where he's like, his biological age is like 40 years younger.
Brian something.
Yeah, there's a Netflix series about him anyway, but it, like that kind of stuff. If you want to take things that far, go for it. I'm going to ask you how, like, he might be the one example on the planet where that can be sustainable for him.
Because he has the fucking money to make that sustainable. That guy is a millionaire, possibly billionaire, who can afford to have the chef to cook all of his meals, all of the latest blah, blah, blah equipment within his house.
He's also looking at food as a way for him to prolong his life. And
unfortunately, we're all going to die.
Yeah. And really trying to take the science behind nutrition to the extreme level. Most of us are not going to be doing that.
Mm-hmm.
We want to be able to live our best life, be happy, and eat the things that we want.
Yeah. The naturopath thing, just, I don't know. You go to these people, these professionals.
Mm-hmm.
It just makes me sad to be steered down the wrong path by them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And some of it isn't the wrong path. Like some of it is legitimately good advice, especially if you find out that your body reacts in certain ways to certain types of foods or whatever. Like that can be really helpful advice. Is it going to kill you if you eat those foods? Probably not. Is it going to make you feel not your best self? Maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And can you avoid them for the most part? Probably. Mm-hmm. Are you going to have to cut them out entirely? Unless you're like, unless you have a diagnosable disease, which a naturopath isn't actually going to give you.
Right.
Overall, it's just helpful knowledge to have. It's not going to tell you this is how you lose weight. Because ultimately, how you lose weight is calories.
I'm going to go out of this and I'm going to read a large list. And then I want to come back to, because I'm going to come back to it.
Okay.
Sorry that I'm on my phone. Okay. This is a long list of things that someone has tried. And I'm sure that a lot of the people watching and listening will relate to
having tried some of them.
And how fucking long this list is.
Yep.
The number of things. And this person is a current virtual client of ours and in studio, who has, she is such a breath of fresh air.
Mm-hmm.
When we check in, when we talk about successes and setbacks and hurdles. She's a breath of fresh air, and the transformation that she's seen in terms of results is astonishing already. But the way that her like mind has shifted from this mentality to proper fuel mentality is
So I would imagine going from seeing food as the enemy or food groups or
yeah,
food stuff as the
yeah,
enemy to embracing food as an ally in weight loss.
yes.
Yep.
Going so far as to she's has a lot of like trips and like mission work coming up this summer. She's already creating a list of how to work towards this goal while being completely limited when it comes to food.
Yep.
We're already compiling that list. Okay,
Very
so
cool.
cleanses, parasites,
Okay. Yeah.
running, strictly cardio, cutting out highly processed foods, paleo, cutting out carbs, veganism, therapy, hypnosis. I can't even say this name. I don't want to get sued, but there's a certain method of weight loss, and it's a person's name that is marketed as a non-restrictive way of eating, and motherfucker, it is an incredibly restrict. When you are told, sorry, here I go. When you are told what to eat within certain meals, you are only allowed to have da 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 in certain meals. That is a restrictive diet.
Yeah. If you are given a template and you have to follow it, that's restrictive.
That is a restrictive diet. And this one comes around a lot. Support groups. Hormonal imbalance, holistic medicine, or naturopathic. We're coming back to that. Counting macros in a restrictive slash, I don't want to say a certain style of training, controlled method. And it being expectation bias and based as opposed to individual.
Yep.
Fasting. Consuming only juice for an entire month.
I can't even, I cannot even imagine how awful that would be. Oh.
And then a cute message at the end. I have learned that people can lose weight, but the effectiveness is found in being able to keep it off. Mic drop.
Yeah.
People can be successful in all of those things.
100%. There's a reason why if you cut out carbs, people feel like, hey, I had success losing that weight. But I have yet to meet a single person in my life where they have followed that carb cutting method and
we're so good about not dropping names.
Yeah. And have come, I've seen them later on and they are back eating carbs and have gained even more weight. I've never met a single person that has gone years and years and years and never stopped
without
cutting the carbs,
learning a goddamn thing.
Yeah.
They're following something so blindly.
Yeah. Carbs are the enemy.
They're learning nothing.
Yeah.
But instead, they could learn how to look at a nutrition label. They could learn to look at a plate of food and recognize here's a protein source, here's a vegetable, here's a fat source, here's a carb. Look at a spread of a friggin' buffet table and understand what each of those things looks like and understand what an adequate portion looks like, even in front of a buffet table.
Yeah. And this is where I'm going to be very careful about the words that I use because there is a lot of money that goes into food education, especially when we were younger. And you only need look at the sponsors of food guides to understand how fucked up our food education has been.
Yeah. Even now it's still fucked up in schools.
I mean, let's be perfectly honest here. And I'm going to use the United States as an example because they recently redid their food pyramid.
Okay.
And South Park did a really funny bit about how they need to invert the pyramid.
Okay.
So the American
I need to watch this.
If you want to have a good laugh, look at just search the American food pyramid that they have currently, and you will see how just bonkers
You're being so careful.
things are.
Are you going to let me watch this after we've finished recording?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, it is. It like you could look it up on your phone right now. Search that, and you're going to your mouth, like your jaw will drop. It is so wild.
While we're recording?
No, you don't even have to look it up. Just Google the American food pyramid.
Oh, I see. Not the video.
Yeah. If you want to have a good laugh, watch the South Park video because it really takes. They did it years before this actually happened, which is so funny.
Predict so much. So this?
Yeah. Click on
the new pyramid.
The new pyramid. What is at the top? Does that even make sense? Look at what's the fat. Yeah,
is this not the inverted one?
This is the inverted pyramid. Look at what's so they have, but look at what is at the top that you should be eating the most of, and look at that. Do you want to know who sponsors the American food? Them right there. That what is in that?
Beef?
Yes.
Oh, what am I?
Main sponsor.
Hey. So are they?
They're trying to say you shouldn't eat carbs.
I was going to say, are they vilifying carbs?
They sure are. Isn't that wild? Like a bowl of rice is at the bottom, like the worst thing you can eat.
At least the vegetables are up there.
Yeah, sure, yes.
Also interesting that, see, and this is where even more confusion comes into play. And not because Canada's food guide when we were kids, but right now, carbs and carbs are not carbs.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Okay, well, I would like to watch the South Park thing. So I want to talk about another thing that, again, we preach: success versus non-success. An unsuccessful way to lose weight is exercise alone.
100%. Don't punish yourself because you ate something.
Yeah.
That doesn't make any sense.
But how many people think that all they have to do is exercise and move their body? Even
I ate a donut. That's a 30-minute walk on the treadmill.
Yeah. What a fucked up way to think about things. How many burpees to fix this tiny Halloween box of Smarties that I ate?
Your body also just doesn't work that way.
I am the perfect example. Before I lost weight, I thought going to a gym was going to make me skinny. Changing nothing else about my entire life, having no idea what I'm putting in my fucking mouth.
Yeah.
I thought that exercise alone was going to be the fix. There are people who come through the doors here who think that exercise alone is going to be the fix.
Mm-hmm.
And there are times where I have to have the uncomfortable conversation with them saying, thank you for coming to my gym, but this can't be all that you're doing.
Mm-hmm.
That's not going to be the ticket to success, is only doing this.
Again, it's, I go to when you're looking at making lifestyle changes, my 4-quadrant, physical, emotional, social, and spiritual. And your physical body, if that is the thing that you are trying to change, if you're only doing one thing in that square, you're not changing. You're not going to make a lot of change.
And I think a cool thing that has come, it's always been a thing, but it feels like right now especially, people come to the gym to move their bodies, and a lot of them think, yes, this is all I have to do.
Yeah.
It's really cool to see the shift in people. And now the number of people that we have that both come to the gym and are part of our group challenges, it is so cool that we have now blurred the lines so much of virtual versus in person. And it's really cool to see people who have never met online now coming to the same classes within the gym and like, oh, hey, I actually get to meet you now. Hey, great job.
Yeah.
So then I just kind of ruined the climax of this. What is the most successful way to lose weight?
What is it?
exercising and tracking your calories.
Mhm.
That is the way to long-term and sustainable success.
Yeah, move your body and make sure that you're consuming less
Be conscious of what you're putting
than
in your mouth.
than you're using. If your goal is to lose weight, consume less than what your body is using.
Yes.
And food can be your ally in that. It doesn't have to be the enemy.
And then I have a list that I want to go into. I would even say that sometimes tracking calories is also vilified. People would say that if they are
I don't think it's vilified. I think it's that people don't want to go to the effort that is required.
fair, maybe.
Ultimately, if you boil it down, anyone that complains about tracking calories, that they will say it maybe it creates a bad relationship with food for them,
That's where I'm going.
or they find that it's problematic for them. Ultimately, what it boils down to is they don't want to put the effort in to track the food.
Yeah.
Like that's ultimately what it boils down to.
Yeah.
Because how could you understanding what's going in your body make you have a poor relationship with food? And if anything, it is going to improve your relationship
Knowledge is power. Knowledge
because
is
you are
power.
going to start saying, hey, food that is helping me, I really like you. Versus,
Hey, you food.
versus, hey, you box of donuts, you're not really going to help me with my goal.
Yeah. Yeah. That understanding is,
Yeah.
that's the foundation of our nutrition programming. Straight up.
Oh,
We
100%.
want you to not follow it blindly, but instead
Be able to make your
learn
own
and
choices.
understand and make your own choices in the
Yeah.
most simple form.
Yeah, because and it's something that like we get feedback a lot in whether it's one-on-one virtual clients or the group challenge clients. Like people are expecting like a meal plan to follow. Like I need to do this exact. These are the meals I have to eat, and it's not. It's a here are a bunch of helpful meals, but
That
you
are going to
get
make it easier on you.
you get to put your own stamp in terms of flavor. For
Yep.
Kate, she finds low calorie sauces because she's a saucy girl. And for me, it's dry seasonings. Like that's,
Sorry.
but it is like
Yes.
I like my seasoning rubs,
Yeah.
whatever it is.
Yeah.
And I talked about that in our like the last podcast
Yeah.
we did about the foods that we eat. It's just our own personal preferences. Here are the building blocks that
And
we
that's
can show you.
allowed. Your own preferences matter in this because as soon as you're not allowed to have those things that you think are really good,
Yeah.
you're not going to be successful.
Yeah.
And I think that's why the last couple of podcasts have been really focused around food and nutrition again, because the group challenge right now, the number of people who I have talked to in the last couple weeks in the group challenge who are blown away with how quickly they feel good
Yes.
and how eye-opening that has been for them, and how much food they can eat and still see the scale going down.
Yeah.
Is amazing. Like,
Well,
it's why.
yeah, when you start looking at food as an ally instead of an enemy, and you create a healthy relationship with food and start incorporating things that are more helpful for your body. And I'm going to say, like, if you go to a naturopath and they tell you the things that are going to be less helpful for your body, you're going to feel better when you eat the things that are more helpful.
For sure. For sure.
And you're going to want to lean into that more. You can make those things taste great.
Yes.
You can make those helpful things taste really, really good.
Yeah.
And you can also make your life way more simple by doing things like meal prepping,
Yes.
like I do with my vegetables.
It's designed to
like
help you.
Kate does with most of her meals that she eats in a day. Have it all ready to go, because the easier it is, the more likely you are to follow it.
Yeah. Yeah. So now I have a list.
Yep.
That I've kind of compiled that are the 10 real, no BS reasons that you're not losing weight.
Okay. Let's go into each one for a little bit.
Okay.
Tell me what number one.
You're not in a calorie deficit. There's not much to go into for that.
No.
If you're not in a calorie deficit, you cannot lose weight.
Yeah.
Calorie deficits happen by tracking the food and knowing
Understanding
knowing how much food and also moving your body deepens that calorie deficit. Getting exercise in, getting your steps in, that deepens, becoming just a less sedentary person deepens, more active, yes.
Yeah.
Deepens that calorie deficit. If you are not in a calorie deficit, you will not lose weight regardless of how old you are. Even the people who are going through the change and later parts in their lives, you still require a calorie deficit to lose weight, regardless if you are 25 or 65.
Yeah. Like a really good way of describing this, and I'm going to break it down into something super simple. Let's say your body needs 3 apples a day to live. 3 medium-sized apples a day to live.
Okay.
You're eating 5 apples a day, you are going to be gaining.
2 apples a day.
But you are going to be gaining.
Yeah.
If you eat 2.5 apples a day, you will be losing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like that is.
If you eat 3 apples a day,
you will maintain.
Exactly. Yeah.
If that is what your body needs, the calculation to figure that out is a bit complex. There are some free ones out there that will give you rough estimates, but that is the simplest way to understand it.
And a certain element of trial and error. If we give you X number of calories and you are following them, you're following them and within them, and you're not seeing results, then we have to change them.
Yeah. But it's also, why would you not be? What else is happening?
Well, there's a lot of reflection that comes into play.
Because there's often like well, I have a couple of glasses of wine at night. Well, guess what? There's a lot of calories in wine. And alcohol. Or I add sauces and I don't really track that. Or when I have my English muffin with peanut butter on it, I'm not looking at how much I'm putting on, and it's actually like 5 tablespoons worth of peanut butter instead of one serving.
And that's an element of discipline too, right?
Yes.
Number 2.
Yeah.
I actually love this one, and this one came up in conversation just yesterday, 2 days ago.
Okay.
You're eating, quote, healthy.
What does that mean? What do you mean?
You're eating the avocado. You're eating all of the healthy oils. You're eating all of the unprocessed foods. You're eating all the whole foods.
That means you're just healthy fat. So sorry.
Healthy doesn't mean weight loss.
No.
Healthy means, sure, you are eating unprocessed foods and you're eating whole foods and you're eating things as per maybe what your naturopath tells you.
Yeah.
But healthy doesn't mean you're in a calorie deficit.
No.
And if you think that you are eating healthy, kudos to you.
There's also like in those healthy foods, some of them are really high calorie.
The conversation that came up between this both in-person and virtual client, it was an eye-opening thing for her. We were talking about avocados. Avocados are incredibly healthy. You could be so healthy eating your avocados.
They're also super high in fat.
So high. They will eat up so many of your calories.
Yep.
I would rather eat cheese than an avocado.
Yeah.
And that's just the way it is. But
that's your personal preference.
If you say that you are eating healthy, that does not mean you are in a calorie deficit for fat loss. And healthy looks different on everyone.
Yeah. And that's when you go to that naturopath, everyone's results are going to be different.
Someone who is 350, 400 pounds, they're healthy in that point in their life is going to look very different than someone who is 130, 140 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to look so different. So just by saying that you are healthy is absolute BS to me.
Yep.
That does not mean that you're heading towards goals. Number 3, you're eating back your burned calories. And this comes up often, especially when people are learning to understand.
Yeah.
If your daily calorie allotment is, I'm going to throw out arbitrary number, 1,500 calories. If you burn 500 calories during a workout and you're eating back those 500 calories.
So you're eating 2,000 calories.
Yes. You don't eat back the burned calories, those burned.
If you're trying to lose weight.
This is all about losing weight. This entire list is about losing weight. Don't eat back the burned calories. Those burned calories are working to deepen your calorie deficit. One, to get you to see straight up more results, but two, those burned calories are also allowing you to consume a little bit more food, which is a good thing, right? That's that.
Nobody wants to be hungry all the time.
It's that we would rather eat the most amount of food we can while still seeing the fat loss results that we want. Don't eat back the calories burned. Okay. We need to talk about that one more.
I would just say that one very much so is don't punish yourself for what you eat.
Right. Like if you overeat, it doesn't mean you have to burn extra calories at the gym. Yeah, it goes both ways. Good point. Yeah, for sure. Number 4, you are ignoring body recomposition and other measures of success.
Oh, that happens all the time. And
body recomposition, and we've talked about it before, is the phase, the idea that you can gain muscle while losing fat. If you're losing fat and gaining muscle, the scale might slow. Yes, might slow or be stuck, but your body will change so much. And this is where photos come into play. If I have a virtual client who is doing photos week 1 and week 8, if they only lost, 6 pounds, it might feel, oh my gosh, I only lost 6 pounds. But those photos, holy moly, they paint a very different picture. Your loose pants, only 6 pounds, but you have to go down a size in your pants.
Yeah. I ran into someone at work that I haven't seen in a couple of years. And I got a really nice compliment from him. And it really, I haven't seen him since I really changed the way in which I live my life. And it was nice to hear, he said, "You're looking very muscular."
Hell yes, that is the highest form of compliment. The highest form. Rest easy now, Josh. You made it.
And I said, thanks. I really appreciate that. And he said, no, seriously, the last time I saw you, you were more round, and now I can actually see your biceps when you're just standing there. And I was like, I've been trying to be a bit more active and eat a little bit differently than I have historically, and it's really helped me. I feel really good about myself, and I appreciate that compliment. It meant a lot to me to hear that, because a lot of the people that I see me almost every day.
Right. And those measures of success have nothing to do with the scale. The scale could have done nothing.
I haven't lost a pound in probably a year and a half.
But your body looks so different. And it feels so different. All of that. So don't focus solely on the scale, because that magic number that you have in your head on what happens when you hit that number, well, nothing changes. It's just an arbitrary number that doesn't mean anything, really. Do you remember when I fucked up my knee and I went to Emerge? And the doctor's notes said I was tall and muscular. Thank you, sir. You know what? Screw the knee. It's fine. It is fine. All I need is for you to sign that document that says our patient is tall and muscular. I'm good. Bury me with this piece of paper.
Life goal accomplished.
That's all I need. Okay, that was number 4. Don't ignore the other successes. Number 5. One of the biggest reasons you're not actually losing weight. It's one word.
What is it?
Weekends.
Okay.
A weekend is, I'm going to go as far as say 2.5 days out of 7. If you are fucking up all of your hard work in 2.5 days, if you are eating like a garbage can, if you are rotting on the couch, you absolutely can. The 80-20 rule, the weekend is not 20%.
Oh, no.
The weekend, if you're screwing up swallow, 2.5 days, you're fucking up like 35, 40% of your week.
Yeah. That's a pretty huge amount. And it's not even just the 35 or 40%, because you might be going 2, 3, or 4 times beyond your calorie goal.
Yeah.
So if your calorie goal, that arbitrary number, is 1,500, and you're eating 3,000 calories at every meal from Friday night until Sunday night, you're over in calories by more than a week's total.
I was just going to say, and that is when you can definitely gain fat in a weekend.
100%. Yeah.
Okay, so weekends count too.
And it's not even, I wouldn't say one weekend of doing that.
Right.
Because no one's going to get fat in doing that for one weekend or even 1 week.
It's the belief that you only have to care about Monday to Thursday.
Yes.
That is
or Monday to Friday afternoon even.
Right. That is the problem.
Yeah, that is the problem. It is. And you consistently do that over time. If you are consistently eating, 3, 6, not, we'll say 7 or 8 meals out of your 21 in a week are double your calorie limit, you are
spinning your wheels in mud.
Yeah.
You cannot outrun that.
No, you can't.
Outwork that.
You cannot outwork that, especially if you're consistently doing that week over week. It's going to be very hard to lose weight.
Number 6.
Yeah.
Liquid calories. Your drive-through coffee shops with your Frappa-Lappa,
cappuccinos,
Kappa Wada, Grande, Venti.
This is getting complicated.
Sorry. They have hundreds of calories
or thousands
that you are not aware of.
Yeah. A can of Coke is 260 calories.
So that person who has a calorie target of 1,500, you're, I don't want to say wasting, because you know what? If you want to drink a can of Coke, go for it. But that's 250 calories out of your day.
Yeah.
That you're
that aren't actually going to make you feel
full.
Full.
You're drinking and pissing out in approximately 30 minutes.
Yeah. That is not going to fill your belly. It is not going to make you feel good. It is
Are there
empty.
A multitude of low and 0 calorie liquids? Absolutely. But you have to look at them. Even, I love Coke Zero. I love Diet 7-Up, Diet Ginger Ale. I love getting a tea with milk and sweetener in it. Oh my gosh, sweetener is poison. Honestly, it's fucking 0 calories, so I'm into it. Even if I go to Starbucks.
There are a million things that are going to be poison.
Even at, oh no, I said it. That Grande Frappa place, you can still get very macro-friendly items on the menu.
And there are lots of influencers out there that share recipes.
The macro barista. He's legendary. There are times where I have gone to that store and just turned my phone around and say, this is what I want, because his little descriptions say this to order.
Yeah.
That. Liquid calories can completely put you out of a calorie deficit if you are not careful.
Alcohol being part of it.
Absolutely. Another liquid calorie. Number 7, eyeballing portions. Can we, after 9, 10 years of doing this, can we eyeball?
Yeah.
Sure.
I know that your average chicken breast lands somewhere between 6 and 8 ounces.
But it is always a good practice
to weigh.
Even at this point, is to weigh and measure things out, because I'm on a cut right now. If I eyeballed all of my portions and I hopped on the scale on Friday and wondered why it hadn't moved, it's because I eyeballed portions. Weighing and measuring your food, especially if you are tracking your calories. There is no point in tracking eyeballed portions. You have to weigh, you have to measure. Does it always have to be like that? Not necessarily, but if you are looking to lose fat, you absolutely need to be weighing.
I'm going to put this in a really fun context. Let's say you're baking a cake. Would you just go and grab the bag of flour, the box of sugar, all the other stuff? I'm asking this as a question.
Yes.
Would you just go and just eyeball it, pour it all into a bowl, mix it up, and throw it in the oven, and
No,
away you go?
never.
Why not?
Because it tastes like shit and it wouldn't turn out.
So how can you expect your recipe for weight loss to work if you're not going to follow the recipe?
Boom, Josh. I mean, exactly.
If you're going to just eyeball everything, because you're not going to, you can't tell, you're not going to know.
Yep. It's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
The cake is a disaster. Your weight loss transformation is going to be a disaster if you are eyeballing.
Yep.
Okay, number 8. Inadequate protein. Protein, we don't need to get into the huge science behind protein and your muscles, especially when you're strength training. Straight up, protein keeps you feeling full.
Sure does.
So if you are trying to be in a calorie deficit, protein is your friend. Protein is going to leave your 2-3 hours between meals without you feeling hungry.
Yeah. I can't stress the importance of protein for me personally as well. So I've made it no secret that I live with ADHD. I take medication, stimulant medication, and I can tell you beyond a doubt that if I incorporate protein around when I take my medication, it works so much better.
Yeah. And for someone who struggles to eat during the hours of 9 and 4, when that medication is in your body,
having that protein early is key.
Yeah.
Yep.
So inadequate protein, again, back to calorie tracking and eyeballing it is terrible.
Yeah.
Number 9, I love this one. And this one kind of comes into play with these somewhat toxic things on our wrist.
Yeah, okay.
A reason that you are not losing weight could be that you're moving less than you think you are.
Yeah.
This is not exact. The calories that your watch says that you burn are not exact.
Especially if you haven't told it what your body weight is,
right.
What your height is, what your sex is.
But even then, it's a guess. It's an estimate.
Yeah.
Estimate. Just like those free calorie and macro counters that are out there, if you select that you are moderately active, I don't even know if I would select that I am moderately active.
Yeah, I would say you're moderate or even more active.
Yeah.
And I would say the same for me, but the average person, put it into context like this. If 10,000 steps in a day is something that is a challenge, you're probably not moderately active.
You're fairly sedentary.
Yeah. Your over the course of a day is fairly sedentary.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Nope.
It does affect how much
you should be consuming.
Yeah.
Yes. Especially from a fat loss perspective. And we all think and we all want to move our bodies a lot, but if you have a sedentary desk job, that's just not realistic.
Yeah. I have a sedentary desk job. During the day, I don't move as much as I would like to. I am very, very active in the mornings and at night with my sports and coming to the gym.
Yeah.
That's how I maintain my fitness level. But overall, I struggle to get in 10,000 steps.
Yeah. Yeah. So you might be moving less than you think you are.
Yeah.
The last one, number 10, you are expecting unrealistically fast results.
I would say that's true for most people about weight loss.
Yeah, especially with those quick fixes and those crash diets out there. Fat loss is a marathon. You want it to be a sprint. We all fucking want it to be a sprint, but it is not. It's a marathon. It is day after day, consciously making the right choices that align with your goals. If you expect yourself every single week to lose 5 to 10 pounds, that is completely unrealistic.
No, that's a crash diet.
It's also not fat loss. Exactly. If you can manage to lose 5 to 10 pounds every single week over week over week, you're losing water weight. You're losing body tissue. You're not losing just fat. Fat loss and body recomposition is a slower, far more sustainable process.
It looks like a half a pound to 2 pounds a week.
Exactly. That is fat.
Realistically.
Yeah. And that's hard for people to understand and hard for people to wrap their head around that is
okay with.
Exactly. That's the way that it should be done.
Yeah.
We've grown up with all of these crash diets and tried all of them, and there's a reason they don't work.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's all I've got.
I think that I would also add in
number 11,
just the asterisk. And these are part of the ingredients to having a happy and healthy mental health status, I would say. And
you put that lens on.
Yeah. And it's, are you getting adequate sleep?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Are you doing the things in your day that are good for you? Are you showering regularly? Are you taking care of yourself? Yeah. Are you...
To some people, those feel really simple.
Yeah. And to some people, they are the biggest hurdle of their day.
Yeah.
Are you active socially? Are you doing the things that align with who you are?
Mm-hmm.
And we talked about in a previous episode about the concept of values and living your life according to those values. And if you're not, chances are doing any sort of lifestyle change, altering your relationship with food, it's going to be pretty fucking low on your priority list.
Yeah.
That sometimes this change has to start with learning how to prioritize yourself and doing the things that kind of you take for granted, like having a good night's sleep, like bathing, showering, caring for your body every day, like eating regular meals, like getting up and moving every day and not laying in bed or on the couch or becoming absorbed in a distraction.
Change starts with a choice.
It does. And those choices, it's a million small choices building into one.
Yeah. Let's stack up those wins.
Yeah.
Okay. Another episode.
Yeah.
Done and dusted. Thank you for watching. Thank you.
Before you get into that, I'm cutting you off because we did not do here's your takeaway from today.
I thought the whole fucking thing was a takeaway.
No, I think the takeaway from today...
Just kidding. Psych.
We're not done yet. I think the takeaway from today that people can practice... I can't believe you just cut me off. You just want to get ripping and roaring here. And
I'm hungry.
Yeah. I think the takeaway for today is ask yourself, what are some ways I've been hung up and stuck? What are some ways that I haven't had success? What has been in the way for me?
Yeah.
And start breaking those walls down.
Yeah. Yeah. Take that moment to be reflective.
Yeah.
Look at what you've been doing versus what you want.
Yeah.
What you want to get out of it.
What hasn't been sustainable? What has prevented you from living that life the way you want it to be?
Yeah.
Do you see food as an enemy? Is it something you have to fight against? Because if that's part of the problem, that can be a pretty easy fix to change that.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be the enemy.
Yeah, it shouldn't be the enemy.
No.
Are you good now?
I'm good now. Now we've done our takeaway.
Okay, now, thanks for watching. Thanks for being a part of the KLT Fitcast. Like and subscribe. 5-star reviews. Anything else?
I think that's it.
Okay. See you next time.